At this point, since the animal is not moving yet, I'm not going to consider that a roll.
No.
But so you are going to. You can take some more movement if you want.
Yep.
Actually, technically, this is a disengage. So you move one hex, and now you have half your movement.
Okay. And my.
Just to be nitpicky, he will move over there, but he was there.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
True. Just really.
And the game assumes hexes. So
we're pretending they're hexes. It doesn't make any
difference.
They are hexes.
Does it say how many?
They are.
All right. Does it say how many movement hexes I have? Somewhere.
Your mobility.
It's 55 and speed is.
Oh, sorry.
Speed is 11.
Okay, yeah. So it's 55.
Okay, 55 hexes or what?
No, feet.
No.
Oh, okay.
And these are 5 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so you have
like
5 or 6 of these.
Yeah.
You have used one.
Okay. Then I just. No, I won't go.
No,
behind.
you don't want to go there.
I'm not going by the horse.
Yeah.
I just run up to hide in the bushes as well.
So this guy like jumps next to you, and the two of you are looking at each other.
These bushes are pretty popular.
And
Dive
so
into them.
You come often.
So this is when the animals make their decision, right? So the donkey is going to go straight forward with the wagon to the edge of the map, most likely, and this horse is. Oh wait, and I forgot to roll their awareness for you know what, right? So 34, I said. Not the donkey. He just went out of there.
Yeah. Easy.
This horse.
Yeah.
No, this horse. No.
Nope.
No. Oh, what? Critical failure?
That one. That's
right. Critical. Yeah, but the angry horse.
Yeah.
Makes a critical failure.
Okay. It calms down.
Lord.
Yeah.
Charges.
Well, the point being that it has no awareness that thing is there.
Yeah.
And it was going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And so it goes exactly where it perceives there to be nobody, which is much like he had perceived there to be nobody, right? And so, actually, that would have been sort of amusing if you had chosen to go over there because you thought nothing was there. But anyway, the horse goes there, and it is way too tempting for...
There's one horse there.
That's one.
Oh, yeah, okay. First of all, does not perceive anything. And that horse... I suspect is probably just how they were not in great shape. I think with the donkey, you'll notice I'm basically taking them off the map.
Yeah,
they're
that makes sense.
Especially the dice represent sort of a cloud of dust
Exactly.
at this point, and that leaves us here with this creature. Okay. Marginal success.
With a 5? No, it's a 6. Okay.
Yeah. And so 3d6 fatigue points for that horse. So that horse is going to have 8 fatigue points. I'll write that down somewhere. Angry horse. And then the other thing that it must do, make an E4 shock roll. And wait, 2d6 for fatigue points. E2 shock roll. No, it's not going to fail an E2 shock roll, I don't think, anyway. Horses are pretty sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just see if it agrees about that. Yeah, it can't fail the shock roll, even with the plus for the fatigue. So, all right. So it is struck by the thing's attack, but it is not damaged enough to be affected. It makes its roll, and is that actually is what happened to Petrain earlier. It got hit. He got hit, but it didn't impair him enough. Whereas Durnal failed his check. So now we have. So it did that. Yeah, basically it tries to stun the horse with its sound, which now is perceptible by everybody. There's a weird sound, but the horse is not stopped, and the thing does not want to attack an angry animal that size directly. It wants to stun it first, so it's going to get out of there. Okay. Okay.
It's Petrain.
Petrain. Yes.
What's he going to do? That's a very good question. It seems to me as though we should do that. No, they have been through their response to the drug already. They aren't just going to keep experiencing it. Not for now. It's cresting now, right? So it's only been a minute. So he is. He's going to be running after Fergal. He's fixated. Yeah. And I don't think you're hiding in the bushes.
I think my feet are sticking out.
That would. You did not, unless you want to try to make a hide check.
Might as well. And that one gets a penalty.
Yes.
It's a physical. Yeah. Might as well try. I have 28.
No, it's just a chance.
And I failed.
You are so bottom sticking out. It's not even funny. He's like, Fergal, where is it? Right there. That's funny. He's really obvious. So yeah, he's just going to run straight past these guys and here. This horse, did we?
It didn't react to
he didn't react to that, but doesn't mean it wouldn't have tried to go away.
No.
Right.
No.
So all of them. This one, I think, might not be bolting. Those two did because they were.
Should move them up.
That I want you to move the donkey off. It bolted.
Yep.
That horse just went away.
Yep.
So he stays there. That horse and that one were not as. There was not sudden violence like in front of their eyes or ears. It did not get struck by a dagger, for example. And the donkey just doesn't like all that fighting on its wagon. Thank you. That's my wagon. And so, but those two horses are skittish and shuffling and have moved away, but they have not run off like those two have done. Okay, so I'm sorry to say you are a prime target at this point. And how prone are you? You don't have to be prone, you know.
No.
I suggest you are probably crouching and trying to
look inconspicuous.
Well,
I'm
not here. I'm not here.
If I can see them, they can't see me.
And so I'm sorry to say that you're getting an attack on yourself.
Yep.
And I'm wondering if there's a bit of a bonus for coming up behind you. But I don't know if we're going to be that cruel. You did know he was probably going to come after you. Definitely. I doubt you're not going to ignore, I think.
No.
I might get I'd say that's probably a small bonus.
At most. Probably not, frankly. He's not sensible enough to fight tactfully enough. And you probably having hit the bushes and realized, I better get ready. Right? Yeah. So here comes Petrain, who's going to have a subtraction at 29%.
Declare what target and weapon?
Yes, well, he has that short sword that I talked about.
Yep.
And the target is certainly going to be the body of Fergal. Yes. Fergal's precious body. Yes.
Oh no.
Yep. Depends.
How does dodge work? Do I need a dodge skill because of that?
No. It's just a tactic.
It's just that.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
move out of the way.
The results are sort of block. I think is counter strike is the most risky, other than ignore, of course. And I think dodge is sort of safe. Block is sort of safe. Grapple is you go into an actual wrestling match.
Yeah.
And dodge has a lot of no result.
Yeah, I'm probably going for a dodge. Since
Okay.
I don't have a weapon, I can't.
You can't. You block with your arm.
Yeah,
which is not fun.
No.
Yeah.
No. But you do get a 3+ on defense for unarmed sort of defense.
Yeah, but that's not.
Yeah, well, there's a reason they call them defensive wounds.
Yeah.
98,
Aha.
which gives us a solid. Those bushes are getting a real workout, right? At this point,
Perfect shape.
let's carry it through though.
Yep.
This is you have to,
Yes,
but you do have to roll something.
So what
Right.
do I roll then?
Hold on. Yes, dodge actually has a score. It's baked into the combat. It's not on the sheet, but it's baked into the combat. It might even be on the other side of your sheet. Yeah, it is at the bottom left.
Yeah, 55.
Roll that.
Yeah, so 41 instead. So I'm guessing it's physical. And I critical fail.
Is that a
No, it's a 6.
you succeed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Minor
success.
success.
Minor success. Okay, so a marginal failure attack against a marginal success
Right,
defense.
so it's
That's-
just a miss.
Yeah, so yes, you have rolled
Yeah.
aside
Yeah.
successfully,
Yeah.
and
That's the probably best thing I could hope for.
it is. Although that situation over there is bordering on comical at the moment because the bushes are getting crushed and
Dust
waves around,
cloud.
and feet are going around. And you were right there. Right. Okay, so
It's a cartoon.
yeah, almost, yeah. Kind of an awful cartoon with the the butchery going on over there. Yeah.
Still alive.
And,
Bird.
Hang in there.
or not. All right. Let's take it to.
That will be turn 2, right?
There will be turn 2, but I'm curious to see what happens with.
3, I think.
We'll
Yeah,
yes.
but for the evening.
Yeah.
So it should be.
So now I'm going to take a look at what is going on with. And this guy is Orthas.
Priest. Or no. Yeah, the one with ceremonial armor priest.
Agric.
Yeah, the high priest. Or not high priest, but the priest.
Correct. The senior priest in the region. And he has come to see you. He is a smallish man. So you're quite small.
Oh, yeah.
But he is not as small as you, but he is not a tall guy.
No.
And he looks, I think, I'm imagining him, you know how Jack Nicholson's hair ever since he was young, right, is basically this kind of bushy widow's peak kind of thing. And he as the door to the chamber you're in opens, your view of him is that he is looking to the side in a kind of, and then lets himself in.
Right. Well, Goswin probably turns around from the window she's standing in. Mr. Priest, I was not expecting any visitors. And you didn't knock.
No, he did not knock. And so, that's right, I was checking their intrigue, which I should probably do now. Nice. Marginal success for his intrigue check. And he says, young Miss Osquen, greetings in the name of... We have to use the right.
Honorific.
Yes. Greetings in the name of the Lord of the Four Horsemen, the tyrant of the foul chamber. And then he smiles and says, and most important, the knower of the 10,000 ways.
I give him a courteous nod.
He says, I would be most gratified if you and your father would one day attend our ceremonies held every month, and then the low ceremony, which is available, the lowest ceremony available every day for anyone who is interested.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are obviously honored, and I will bring that forward to my father, and he will make that decision. He will make a wise decision, I am sure, Mr. Priest.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame that you have been left in charge of so complex an undertaking, and I'm certain that some wise counsel would be very useful to you, because things are so complex. It's politics and difficult matters, even for those of us of more mature years and experience. And
yes.
Without your father here, he says with some emphasis, without your father here, it seems that some influence in your favor.
Well, nobody judges your intelligence or wise counsel, your exaltedness, but I think you misunderstood. I have not been left in any sort of position of power here. My father has not entrusted me with any sort of things. He's a simple clothier.
Mm-hmm. Yes. He breathes in. Why, yes, of course. Your mentor's absence is certainly hard felt by you. Just what is he going to give up now? Sir Petrin's actions are placing him in danger. And those of us who are faithful to the Earl of Tormau and faithful to the interests of the High Church of Agric, the only proper sects of Agric.
Not really.
Soon to be dominant.
Of course.
Oh, I lost my chain of thought. There's a verb in that sentence. Let me start again. Yes. Sir Petrin has been putting himself into some danger. He's taking a very dangerous path. And I need, and the church needs, this whole community needs us, everyone responsible, to work in his best interest. And if you would be so kind, so thoughtful, so aware of the promise for your own future, as to share with me any concerns you may have, to receive the blessing of Agric from myself as his agent, I assure you, it will only help everybody.